The NEET 2024 had many issues like paper leaks, grace marks, and many perfect scores. This issue has been making headlines for quite some time now, and I have some students with us to discuss about the difficulties they went through before, during, and after the NEET exam. Let us hear it from their perspective.
Actually, I went to the exam hall at 11:30 and I was waiting until 2 o'clock. The biggest mistake the teachers did there was they could have opened the exam paper before some time, before 2 o'clock, but they started opening at 2 o'clock and they gave the paper at 2:30. And until from the beginning until the end of the exam, they were asking for fingerprints, to stick the photo, and to do the sign. The biggest problem which I faced was I have to sign in it and I have to keep my fingerprint, which was ink. I should wipe it and again I should make sure that it's not fretting on my OMR sheet. So that was the difficulties which I went through the exam.
During exam, many distractions like a camera. Camera was very annoying and very distracted for us. It took my 1 minute. I took 1 minute for per questions. I have 180 questions, so it is difficult to answer, read and answer. During this time, the cameraman told and took photos, which was time consuming for me and distraction. Can't concentrate in my questions.
Before NEET exam, the question paper was leaked. So we are very confusions and we have a nervousness.
Like we actually went without eating anything, just with a bottle of water. That was very difficult for each and every student.
Numerous students have filed petitions, and on the Supreme Court's order, the NTA has cancelled the grace marks given to 1,563 students. Despite this cancellation, 61 students have now achieved top ranks, a historically unprecedented figure. NEET coaches also remark that attaining perfect scores by so many students is highly improbable since NEET is a negative marking examination.
Supreme Court's order should have been like the NEET exam should have been cancelled and re-NEET should have been done. The students who went to the court, who have approached the court, has only given the grace marks, and now the re-exam is being happening only for those students who has awarded grace marks. But there are, like as we discussed earlier, there are so many students, lakhs and lakhs of students who told that their time was being wasted in the exam hall due to multiple reasons like biometry, some cameraman shooting videos during the exam, and all those things have wasted students' time, as they have 180 minutes to write 180 questions. So they will be writing one question in a minute. So if you waste 5 minutes of their time because of all these external factors, they will not able to write 5 questions, which will be leading them to a loss of 20 marks. There are so many students who are not eligible, who are not financially strong to go to the Supreme Court, who are in a low socioeconomic status, who don't have that much knowledge that they can go reach the Supreme Court. All the students are still facing the problems. So Supreme Court should consider all the students' perspective and talk on that.
When questioned about the fairness of conducting re-exams only for the 1,563 students who received grace marks, the students responded as follows.
I don't think so that it will help everyone, because some people have scored good marks. Someone's it's in confusion because like 718 marks, that's not at all possible in NEET. For me, I want to say that even they wasted my time a lot. So even I need re-exam, but they are not considering everyone equally.
So you say that it is unfair to give re-exam only for those 1,500. What is your take on this?
The result came after 1.5 months. So they have forgotten more answers. It is not an fair thing to take a re-exam for them. We too lost times.
Okay, apart from all this, what are the personal difficulties you went through during the exam?
Mom, we were already invested in 1 year for this preparing and all. And if at last the results were like, even though it was like good mark, we can't enter in government college because of this cutoff increase and all.
Actually, I'm an engineering student. I'm in 3rd year right now. My friends and the people who studied with me will finish the college next year and they are completing their degree also. But I'm still here to do this NEET because my ambition is to become a doctor. But right now, I am, as well as my parents, we are totally scared of what will happen, like what will happen for the next year. This year it was totally a big controversy. Still now, we don't know what will happen for the next year. So yeah.
And compared to last year and this year, so the competition is more. and above 600 we have to get for at least an low colleges like government or private. It is hard to get 600 plus.
So, what do you think about 67 students getting a perfect score, and in spite of AIMS having only 55 seats available?
It's very difficult to get 720 to 720. For this time, they gave grace mark for 1,500 around people's students. So, it affected very much for us and other students too.
Not only students, parents, and coaches, but also activist organizations like the Students' Federation of India have been voicing their opposition to the NEET exam since its implementation in 2017.
நீட் எக்ஸாமை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா முழுக்க தனியார் கோச்சிங் சென்டரை வளர்க்குறதுக்கு ஒரு முயற்சி எடுக்கிறாங்க. கொஞ்ச நாள் முன்னாடி வந்து நீட் தேர்வுடைய ரிசல்ட் விட்டாங்க. ரிசல்ட் முழுக்க என்ன பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒட்டுமொத்தமாக ஸ்கேம் நடந்திருக்கு. நீட் எக்ஸாம் 2017 துவங்கி இப்போ வரைக்கும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஆண்டுதோறும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஏதோ ஒரு பிரச்சனை, ஒரு குளறுபடி நடக்குது, முறைகேடுகள் நடக்குது, இப்படி தொடர்ச்சியாக வந்து நடந்துக்கிட்டு இருக்குது. ஸோ வந்து நாங்கள் நீட் தேர்வை வந்து ரத்து செய்யணுன்றோம். குறிப்பாக என்ன தமிழ்நாட்டில் வந்து அதிக அரசு மருத்துவக் கல்லூரி இருக்குது. ஆகவே தான் எஸ்எஃப்இனுடைய டிமாண்ட் என்ன பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பொது கல்வியை பாதுகாக்கணும்னு நாங்கள் வலியுறுத்துகிறோம். அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் தமிழ்நாட்டில் இருக்கக்கூடிய அரசு மருத்துவக் கல்லூரிகளுடைய இடங்கள் இன்றைக்கி வந்து பல்வேறு மாணவர்கள் போய் சேர்ந்தது. குறிப்பாக இன்றைக்கி தமிழ்நாட்டிலேருந்து 12வது முடிச்சுட்டு வந்து தேர்ச்சி பெறுறாங்க. அந்த மாணவர்களுக்கு சீட் கிடைக்காம போகிறதுக்கான ஒரு வாய்ப்பு கிளம்பிக்குது. ஸோ நீட் தேர்வை ரத்து செய்யணுன்றதை வலியுறுத்தி இந்திய மாணவர் சங்கம் போராட்டத்தை முன்னெடுத்துட்டு இருக்காங்க.